Yo, just do the collective a favor. Do the world a favor. Do the human race a favor. Do yourself a favor. The fact that you're even alive right now should be enough reasoning. Should be enough for you to be grateful enough to follow this. Treat people with kindness. Be kind. Be respectful. That does not make you soft. Kindness is not a weakness. Kill them with kindness if you have to. If you are not being disrespected, if people are not crossing your boundaries, if no one is trying to cause harm to you or your loved ones, then why not treat them with kindness? Why treat the next person with bitterness and disrespect that has done nothing to you? You know what that shows? That shows how you feel inside, and you're really the loser in the end. You're projecting how you feel inside. I feel bad for people like that. And the saddest part about it, it also shows how weak that individual is, especially if they're an adult. You're old enough to heal your traumas. You're at least wise enough to understand that the next person done nothing to you to deserve that. Stop projecting your pain and your negativity in life onto other people who don't deserve it. Hurt people may hurt people. That's a narrative that I've been saying for years that we need to change, and I'm still saying it today. We need to change that. Be respectful. I don't give a fuck if you're having a bad day. I'm not saying it's not okay to feel down or upset or angry. When negative emotions come and arise, I'm not saying that you're wrong for feeling those, but you're definitely wrong for projecting that or expressing that onto someone who has nothing to do with that. Nothing. That is a horrible mentality. That is a horrible way of living. It's horrible. No morals. It's horrible. What kind of race are we that we still have people like that? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. People only think about themselves. That's the problem. It's the lack of compassion. Honestly, if every single person in the world treated everybody with respect, kindness, and compassion, and made sure that they followed the principle of doing nothing wrong to someone who's done nothing wrong to them, because we all know right from wrong. That's an innate intuitive ability that we have to know right from wrong. So if everybody just followed that, the world would be 1,000 times better. But we can't follow that simple task. We wonder why the world's so shitty, or at least it seems that way. And this is coming from a person who didn't necessarily grow up in a super kind environment. I've mentioned it very, very few times in my videos from before, but I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Now, yes, I've had great family members. So even though I had pretty good childhood, and I wasn't hanging out in the nicest neighborhoods around the nicest people growing up, I come from an environment where people are, if you've been to New York, you know, and I'm not even talking just Manhattan. I'm talking about Brooklyn, New York. If you've been there, you know, compared to other cities, when you travel, it's different. It's one of them. It ain't so sweet. Of course, every place has their kind people, but my point is, this is coming from a person like me who's been around some real gritty people, who's been around some gritty environments, who has every excuse to be that way. People who grew up in the same upbringing as me have chosen to go that way. It could be from lack of emotional intelligence. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons. That's probably the most popular reason. It could be from pure ignorance. It could be because they're a young soul. If you know, you know. But my thing is, if I could see things this way, there's a lot of people who aren't looking at it that way that can see it that way as well. And I'm not trying to undermine anybody's struggles and what they go through, but I don't give a damn what you've gone through. Nothing justifies how you treat a person who has nothing to do with your upbringing or your struggle. Nothing. That's all I gotta say though, for real. That's really the whole point of this video. Be kind to other people. It doesn't make you soft. It doesn't make you corny. It doesn't make you uncool. Stop with that childish BS. That's childish to think being negative is cool. It's childish. Nobody's telling you to be a pushover or to be a punk or soft or weak. No, you can be kind and still be strong, tough, resilient, not somebody to fuck around with. But until somebody actually fucks around with you, be kind. Smile, have fun. Treat others how you want to be treated. Very simple. Because if you treat other people like shit, life is gonna keep giving you shit back. It ain't gonna change. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say for today. Make sure to like and subscribe. I got a lot more content away. I love y'all. Let's go.